броня крепка, и танки наши быстрые, и наши люди мужества полны. В строю стоят советские танкисты, своей великой родине сыны. Гремя огнем, сверкая блеском стали, пойдут машины в яростный поход. Когда нас в бой пошлет товарищ Сталин, и первый маршал в бой нас поведет. Заводов труд и труд колхозных пашен мы защитим страну свою храня ударной силой.
Greetings, comrades! Welcome to another review of tanks. Today we are looking at the season pass of the T-72-M1. Can't these make these names a lot more easier for me to say? Jesus fucking Christ. But I'm not reviewing this alone. Today also we have with us is our good old Canadian friend, Chunks.
Hello, I'm back for revenge.
Yep, he's back for revenge. I don't know what revenge, but honestly. To be honest with you, audience, I've only played a couple of games in this. Chunks is a better understanding to the tank as better as I am, so he's going to guide me through it this time to review some of this tank, just like we did in the Florida ship and stuff like that. So, let us begin. T-72-M1. Well, first things I always like to do when I start my recording is review the armaments. And honestly, not bad. I mean, just by looking at it, it's got a good, decent head armor of pretty much around like 265 millimeters. Yes, there's some parts that's a little bit stronger, like the gun mantle is 280, but it actually holds up very nice for a tiny head. Now, of course, obviously, if anyone knows, between the Soviet Union line, whole armor is complete. You don't want to expose your whole armor. I mean, you're looking at 105 millimeters of frontal plate armor. Angled a little bit, you're looking at 110 to 115. That is like ridiculously low compared to most tanks that can pen you very freaking easily. So chances are you want to make sure nobody shoots your whole armor at all. And of course, you got a little bit of side skirt armor, to where you got 25 millimeters on the outside, and then basically your tracks, which is basically 20 more millimeters. And then the inside of the tank, if I could find it, has 2 layers of cut armor. One is 80 millimeters from the inside, and then you got, let me see real quick, and then you got 70 millimeters on the other. So you got 3 chunks of layers of armor protection, which is good because if you even get penned, it reduces the damage quite a bit going through 3 layers of armor in this game. So, that I gotta say is really good. But unfortunately though, there is some things about the tank that I have a little problem with for myself. And it's not the armaments. Armaments is okay for a decent Soviet tank, how it should be. Good head armor, kinda crap whole armor. But the problem I have with it is its gun. And I'm not talking about penetration, because the penetration, even Chunks can agree with me, is awesome. This is a 125 millimeter pretty much cannon we're talking about here. Good, okay, decent reload. It's actually faster than the Cat, the G.I. Joe Cat tank, making it incredibly good dashing out damage here and there. I mean, for damage itself is 150, but I'm guarantee it does like a little bit less. I would say average would be like 500 to 450. I mean, Chunks can tell you that. I mean, what do you think? Like, do you think 450 to 500?
The average rolls I've been getting are anywhere from 400 to like just shy of 600 is the average. So like anywhere in that kind of range.
Yeah. So you're probably saying, well, what's the problem, Fury? Why do I have a problem with the gun? It's not just the gun, it's the Soviet design itself. I have a problem with it because it has no fucking depression. To show you exactly what I mean, how I feel about the gun depression, I draw a little graph kind of chart. The square is your T-72-M1, and the circle is whatever enemy tank you could think of. So here you are on the first thing when you're on a hill. So you're probably wondering, like, okay, since the most strongest part of the tank is your head, so you probably think go to high ground. Well, there's one problem though. Because of the gun depression on this tank, you can't stay on the hill because aiming this can't aim downwards enough unless it's far away targets. And the problem with that is if the target's close enough to the hill, you ain't going to be able to hit it. Although the target probably can't hit you if you're in a good spot, but it cannot easily aim down, which is a huge problem. So sitting on the hill doesn't work with this tank. So you're probably wondering, okay, Fury, I'll find a little crevice like this picture right here, find a little crevice and shoot them on flat grounds, so that way I can use my head turret. That would work easily. Yes, it does. However, one little problem, as you can see here, if there's any unlevel terrain that makes your tank go up, like say for example you found a ditch and you go up a little bit, your gun is going to over-arc it just barely enough to hit the tank. You see the problem I have with the Soviet Union tank? You can't put it on the hill, and you cannot ever put it on a unlevel ground level, especially if you're trying to fight close range tanks. Now, you're probably wondering, well, Fury, okay, so that would try and kind of work, but the tank, remember, the enemy tank's charging you, or like it's staying in the back kind of way, not that far away from you. If it's a player, if it's an AI, it's going to charge you, so you're fucked if your gun can't aim until it's right in your face, so you're going to get penned regardless, because the whole point of this tank is to have armaments to the head, but it ain't going to work if your gun depression can't work with you. So you're probably saying, okay, Fury, maybe like if I'm in a downward position, like say for example, like the enemy's on top of a hill, I can easily aim them. So I can probably hold down when they're on a hill and shoot them. Yes, that is correct, you can. However, it depends on how far away and how high this hill is. For example, yes, if you can look on the thing, you can hit it. You have good gun elevation to where you can hit the tank. However, depending on how close that tank is, you are exposing your upper plate of your tank, you know, where arties usually hit your tank. You're exposing upper thing. So not only you can hit it if you can, because, you know, they're in a fixed hold down position, they can easily shoot back and pen you. Because even if your head armor is protected, you still got your whole armor exposed depending on how close you are to the target. So, if you're getting what I'm getting at, the best way I usually play the T-72-M1 is to stay 800 meters away, trying to keep the gun elevation in a fixed, good, decent, level area to fit the cube a little bit, or your tank. Sorry, if you're looking at the screen, you're seeing like a little square is you and the circles are the enemy. So I try to stay far back as possible while being in a fixed trench, keeping my gun level to the ground. Doing this, by looking at it, you can actually hit better. Now, yes, it's still going to be a pain in the ass, but it's the best way to play these Soviet tanks. Because if you look on the chart here, yes, my furthest gun depression is going to aim right to the soil, so it's not much elevation, but you have a better chance of shooting someone long range because the further the shot away is, the more better, you know, gun depression you have. Basically, in all reality, this tank is designed to be heavily using that gun, its tank armaments, as a sniper from 800 meters to 900 meters easily.
The reason why it has so little gun depression is the Soviet doctrine at that time dictated that they'd roll through East Germany into West Germany, which is why they don't have gun depression.
Oh, that's just fucking good, Chunks. Yeah, I mean, think about it. Yeah, flat lanes of Europe, only one problem. This is fucking World of Tanks. I mean, there's going to be hilly terrain everywhere. Everywhere. So literally,
and that's that part of putting Russian tanks in here.
So my best, like I said, audience, it's best to try to keep your distance away from the tank as much as possible if you're going to use a hold down method. And I'm pretty sure Chunks or me will gladly show you what we're talking about even more when we get into the game. So all in all, decently okay pen gun. I mean, look at this. 100 meters away is 381. Nothing to shade a stick at, but 2,000 meters. This is across the map, audience. 350 millimeters of pen. That is beautiful. That is something I would want as a sniper regardless. It barely doesn't lose its pen from miles and miles away, which is beautifully perfect. So, and then you carry 44 ammunition things, and of course you carry the armor piercing, heat, and then pretty much HE, high explosives. So, I mean, I could keep on talking endlessly about the tank. The health on this tank is good. 3,000 health. That's okay, especially those fucking ATGMs. God, yeah, in case you're wondering, audience, this is a rank 2 premium tank, and rockets is going to be its thing you're going to see a lot. And poor old Chunks had to learn the hard way when he got his tank how much rocket spamming is. It's just...
I've
I
never
mean,
been so afraid of a single sound in my life.
yeah, just screaming death coming at you. It's like, oh shit, oh shit. Oh man. So, in case you're wondering, yes, I did get the Season Pass Ultimate, and I'll explain that in the end because it comes with a unique skin and stuff. However, all that aside, it's got decent head turret rotation, it's got decent horsepower, it's got very good speed. You got like 60 on its speed. It's not as fast as the, Mombat or the Cat or the Hiss, but honestly, it's balanced with the speed. I didn't feel like it's too sluggish. How do you feel about the speed, Chunk, since you have it as well?
Uh, it definitely doesn't feel sluggish. The only thing it really, like, you can really feel it feeling sluggish is if you're turning as you're driving forward. That's really the only
Clutch
time it feels
braking,
sluggish.
yeah.
Exactly, but clutch braking can fix that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, with the whole perk system. So, yeah, so your viewing range is a lot far with your concealment range, which I don't know. Chunks, I want to ask you this, and I want to ask you, audience, is it even worth reviewing the concealment? Because honestly, at the end of the day, true vision is still a fucking thing. I mean, there's no
Uh,
getting around that.
I personally don't think it's really that important. For World War II, yeah, but not for Cold War. Cold War,
Yeah.
it's true vision, like you said.
Yeah, you're going to be seeing all the time. Everybody that knows this from my other reviews of other G.I. Joe tanks, you're going to be seeing all the fucking time. There's no point of reviewing concealment unless they fix it, and I will go back to every tank I review. I'll tell you what, audience, if they fix the True Vision and get rid of it, I'll go back and review every tank that has concealment. But for now, this tank is too big. You're going to be seen. So it's nice to have armaments on this tank, which thankfully the head turret does. And perfectly beautiful, in my opinion. So, now that I have Chunks here with a different opinion, now I'm going to show you some ways you can fix this tank. Obviously, you got a decent reloading gun, but I always make it more cancerous by also putting reloading. Now, Chunks doesn't have this because he said it's not really worth it, but I like to have a few seconds less in the reloading, is ventilations. So reloading ventilations, and I put like aim drives to aim faster with a tank. I mean, there's many other ways to do it. You can put armaments on it to make your tank more harder to kill from, those ATGMs. Fucking. You can tell I have my deep hatred of facing them. You really don't need spawn liner unless, again, you've been picked on by rockets so much. Um, Binoculars, true vision, you'll still see them. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Chunks, for your load thing?
Well, basically, my whole loadout for equipment is just completely based around the gun. Everything else is amazing. The gun is amazing, but if I can bring it that little bit forward, then I'll have an edge against others.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, the whole purpose of this tank is its gun and armaments audience, and honestly, I agree with them with Chunks, because it's like, literally, at the end of the day, what is a good of a tank if you can't have a good, decent gun, unlike the fucking other tank that, the other World War II tank, the T-72, which I'll explain myself in another video for you audience, but right now we're reviewing the season pass, but God, yeah, don't want to talk about that after playing that so many times. Anyway, so yeah, that's one way to fix it and all that. So now you're probably wondering, what consumables do you want for the tank? Well, I always old school. I always put, repair kit, healing a person, and fire extinguisher. Always basic because it's a premium vehicle. But there's other ways you could do it too. I mean, you could use the healer because the healer could help, but never use premium healers. This whole tank, I mean, I don't understand why anyone want to use consumables premium money. Paying 2,000 or 30,000 credits for a big, huge consumable when the whole point of the tank is to make money. So why would you do that, audience? Why would you want to risk? I mean, don't get me wrong. This thing makes a lot of money, and we'll tell you that when we get into battle afterwards. This thing makes quite a lot of money, but don't you want to keep every money invested in something else other than using consumables that you could? I don't know. Am I wrong, Chunks? For this premium tank?
Uh, no, honestly, I understand if people want, the enhanced hull patch kit,
Yeah, that's what
but
I'm got a
I
highlighter
just
right now.
I honestly don't think it's worth buying it with gold. If you're gonna buy it with silver, that's something completely different. Go for it.
Oh no, no,
But
I'm
don't
talking
buy it
about
with
like
gold.
no, 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 I wasn't saying like buying it with gold. I'm saying it was silver too, because at that point,
Well,
the whole point of a premium tank is just to make money. They're not tanks that are. I mean, yeah, they train your crew. They can argue me with that, but the whole point at the end of the day is just making money, honestly. And wasting so much money on consumables is something I personally disagree with because it's like having advanced hull breach thing and you know all the consumables, big med kit and stuff. It's like at that point at the end of the day, what's the point? You're not researching the tank. You're not trying to get so much XP by keeping your crew alive or repairing all your things to do the amount of XP you can because literally at the end of the day, what are you researching? See? You see what I'm getting at? But
I mean,
it
yeah,
maybe
but
it's just me.
I use all the premium stuff for like enhanced repair kit, enhanced med kit, and
I mean,
enhanced fire
it's just
suppression.
it's just me, audience. Like Chunks can do his thing, and I respect him in that way. But it's like it's just me thinking like it's a premium vehicle. Why would you? I get it, but I'm just saying, but I don't get it. But that's just me. Anyway, but that's what I use. You can do like he does. You're not going to be affected by so much loss because this thing, oh my god, cheap, cheap, cheap. And let's go right to the ammunition for showing you how cheap we're talking about here. Its main rounds that usually 100 meters is like 381 to literally premium is 350. Yeah, so if you fire like, well, not premium, sorry. Wow. Let me rephrase that, audience. 2,000 meters, it reduces it by like freaking only 30 millimeters. That is not bad. And how much for this ammunition? 400. 400 a shell. That's like asking Christmas morning every time you pen a shot with those rounds. Standard rounds. I keep 27. This thing will make you so much buco bucks. So much buco bucks. So, but down below it, if you can't pen the tank, which I don't know how you can't, but we'll just say you can't, you also got heat, which is another beautiful thing for the Soviet Union. However, it's 5,200, more expensive than the other previous premium tanks, premium rounds. I keep only 12. Just in case if one day, if I play this tank years and years from now, and face up a tank that has 500 millimeters or something like that, that's probably your best bet to pen sometimes it. But not really a high demand in those rounds. Unless Chunks can tell me, like, out of the, like 420 round. I mean, hit and keeping the same pen because it's heat. Do you think like any reason to like have those shells now? Like,
Heat?
yeah, like for example, like
Yeah.
you got a decent amount of pen, but it's like they're not really a necessity.
Well, I mean, this is the way I look at it, right? Is whenever I see a Mombat that's hull down, I load heat. Because at the end of the day, with the APFSDS, it's hit or
Oh
miss.
yeah, you are right. You're all right. I forgot about the hold down. But I usually pen through them easily. Like they're not
Yeah,
usually a
but
bitch.
I've been encountering them where they're sitting literally way back in their spawn and they're just sniping. And at that point, they're like
A
600
nuisance.
meters away.
Fair enough. I get that now, and I guess that's fair to keep like that. But I always say like keep 12 audience regardless because 12 does make it a huge difference, I guess. But I mean, don't get me wrong. What Chunks is saying is true. Hold down tanks. That's probably your best bet. That's why I love the Soviet Union when they come out with heat and all that jazz. And of course, we have high explosives, which apparently figured this out to me, Chunks. Your normal rounds is 400 a shell, but high explosives is 410. But I could see why, because at 100 meters, it's 145 millimeters of penetration, and 500 meters, same thing. Like,
110 damage for what?
no, not 110 damage, 145 damage for the heat or high explosives.
Oh,
It's
millimeters
literally,
of penetration?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
so those are entirely just to counter light tanks.
yeah, that's like
Or
a,
tanks that are behind you, like that you can shoot with a
oh,
bow.
like I keep like 5 audience, obviously for that reason. But it's like I don't really use them, but at the same time, yeah, light tanks definitely a must. 5 you must need because literally this says fuck you to hiss. This definitely says fuck you armadillos because me and Chunks could definitely say fuck those little bastards. Um, I mean, there's so many stories with that one. Um, so yeah, keep 5 for just to get rid of those fucking pests. So now that we talk about all that real quick, before we get into battle 2, let's talk about also the commander, which is I think she's a Russian commander. You know, the
She's
Phantom
Swedish.
of, oh, she's Swedish. A
Yep.
Swedish in a Soviet tank. Odd. Are you sure
Yep.
she's Swedish?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense too. So let's talk about her skills real quick, because obviously, if you got the season pass like we did, basically you get 3 perks already activated. Now, of course, this is controversial to chunks and stuff like that, but I put in always Born Leader, Rapid Reloading, and Iron Mace because I want to keep the pen, even though the pen is not bad, but I want to still keep 20, like a good 25%, chance of still penning them like they were close quarters. So that's the reason why I never use premium rounds, because it's like when I shoot something far away, my pen still almost stays the same. But that's just me. Um, what about you, Chunks? What's your 3 perks that you put in for her commander?
I've got 6 tons, rapid
Which is
reloading. Well, this is gonna be kind of like my universal one across World War II and Cold War.
no. I'm not judging the 6 cents. It's just like to me, it feels kind of useless here. But I get what you're saying. I know what you're gonna
Yeah.
say. It's there to show like if you can't see them even in true vision, it gives you a warning. So it is
Yeah.
like I said in the Arctic, or not the Arctic, the Hiss review. I keep it for light tanks because like I don't want to get hit in the open, even though I can't see them, even if I am in a light tank. So, like I said, that's controversial kind of way, and it makes sense for all the rest. Basically, what we're trying. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chunks. If you're gonna say something.
Oh, well, it's just I have it there for like the extra like health uh preservation. So like I can see if someone is actually looking at me. And then from there I can either A get into cover or B just start going on a move.
That is true. I mean, like I said, Sixth Sense does have its place here. It's just, to me, when basically when you're detected and it's like it doesn't, sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know if anyone can comment this on the thing, but like every time I get shot at, Sixth Sense never, light bulb never pops up in Cold War for me, unless I'm like good like 800 meters away from it a little bit. So it's just like, like sometimes it works, sometimes it does. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. So you get her and stuff like that, and basically we're telling you how to play this is don't go frontline brawling with this tank. I mean, yeah, you can. Chunks proved it many times in many battles when we were, we're trying to get a good feel of this tank. But that's only if they're close quarters with you, not like, don't just run after them like a Soviet tactic. Don't go all, like don't be Operation Battle of Curse, okay? Where you literally just take your T-34s or something and just go out in the middle of the open when shot at by 88s like World War II. No, we're telling you if they're a good like 300 meters away from you and you can beat, face hug them without the reloading bit, know they're reloading, it works like that too. So that all said and done, and we talked high praises of it. Let's get into the game with this tank. They
Two
got a
Wombats,
nightmare.
two BMP2s, two Sheridans, an Armadillo, and a Hiss. Arctic. So
Alright.
we're gonna get rest.
Well, we don't know about that, audience. So welcome back. He was just naming off all the tanks there. And we're going to try our best to show you how it plays. And yes, I'm playing this real time, so I'm not like going in, but we're in a standard battle, so I'm counting the reward at the end for both of us. So I'm going to follow Chunks right now to try to go into the city, but it's like literally we anything could happen. Like this is real time. We're not doing a replay showing or nothing. This is literally right now, right here and now. That's how like we really love this tank. Like personally, I love this tank. Like it's really really fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if you don't like Soviet gun depression, that's fine. I'm trying to show you right now it could work as long as you stay in the back and not be detected. And try to use that delicious, sweet hold down of your head armor. I mean, it works beautifully. As Chunks, do you want to say anything to the audience on how you feel about this tank since you played it quite a bit too now?
Um, it's literally just don't put in situations where the tank itself cannot keep up. They're pushing the other side super hard.
Yeah, I see that. That's not good. But we can
Over
snipe him
here.
from here.
Yep.
Try and aim in. Oh, damn it, he died right when I fired.
Got one.
Okay, let's see. Can we get him with that? Can I get that guy? Aha, got him! 544.
Bounced.
Firing again. I bounced. Oh shit, I'm detected. Well, they're too busy out there with those tanks anyways, but I'm just trying to keep the team from... And this is what it does too, audience. It's literally a support role like this. And how did I bounce off that? But then again, I can't see that far easily.
Got another one.
Ah, god damn it. Jesus. Then again, I'm not used to targeting fast-moving vehicles in Cold War. Alright. Oh, we got a tank over here. I'm going to try to move up a little bit to try to, Oh, I'm going to wait for Chunks to fire. Okay. I'm going to try to move up a little bit to make it better for my accuracy. It's not the tank, audience, it's me being old. I'm not very good at timing shots anymore. But then again, I've been
Yeah, I'll try and
playing
support
other
you all
games.
the way for back here.
Alright. I'm not going to go all the
risk
way
it.
in. Yeah, I'm just going to try to keep a distance. Because remember, like I said, audience, 800 meters, or if you're going to face hug them. But it's like, this thing is designed to snipe, not go in there and support all those tanks. Right here should work, I think. Nope. The fucking hilly veins and one little hill is making my gun go up in the air. Shit. Well, that's not good. That's not good. I came all the way out here to try to shoot some people, only to realize the hill is unleveled to do any of that shit. So get ready for onslaught. I'm going to try to find a building to hide behind.
Got one.
Nice kill. Oh god, that guy got smushed to death. God dang it. Okay, I'm going to have to
Spotted.
reverse.
Kicking it back.
So, I'm trying to keep the... Oh, Jesus, there's a rocket shot. Yeah, that heavy tank's getting closer. I'll try to keep him away a little bit until you deal with that medium, but I have no promises because he's using the fucking map against them. Oh, boy. And, of course, there's people out there shooting. That's the problem. I can't even charge them to attack them because there's someone shooting rockets out there, audience. So, literally, I got an enemy tank that's sneaking up behind Chunks, and I can't do nothing about it without risking my own death. But he's close enough now to where I'm going to try to intercept him, face-hugging him.
Just try and get
away.
in cover.
Trying to, but he's just determining to go after you and ignoring the light tank and everything. Like, apparently he has a bone to pick with you.
Yeah, I'm over here to help.
Oh, crap. Okay. God. Fucking gun depression. Okay. Ooh, he hit my head turret. Okay, damaged him. Not bad. I don't know how he didn't pen that shot, but get the fuck out of here. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's the rocket shooter. I've got him sandwiched. Get him! Get him! Okay. Fucking little bastard.
Sheridan's dead, so I'm pushing back. Oh, crap.
Yeah, there's... I know, I see him. I fired at him.
I'm on
Except for... Fuck, I don't have time to... I forgot about that. I need to... Come on. Ah, God, gun depression! Fuck you! Oh, fuck. What is that? Oh, Mombat.
Mombat.
Come on, we can clutch this. Just don't get hit by any light tank. Oh, fuck it. Oh. Sorry, buddy. I'll go after the Mombat. Just, please, medium, help Chunks out.
I got the armadillo.
Oh, maybe. Then who's the other heavy tank? Yeah, that's...
No clue.
Got him. Good old lovely cut break. Alright, I'm going to risk it.
Somewhere over here. I don't know.
I'm going back to our base.
He's going towards you. Going towards you.
Where? I can't see. The fields are green. Flowers are not blue.
He's rushing you.
Ow. Dude, really?
I'm coming right behind him.
Fucking lag. You know what, little bastard? I'm going after you. God damn it. I can't fucking shoot him on the move. I can't let them win by capping. I have to get to the cap circle.
I'm right here. I took an ATGM. Just keep rushing him. Don't worry about the armadillo.
I wish I could, but he's killing me. And he took out my ammo rack. Kill the armadillo, please.
Got it.
Fuck you. Oh, I hate armadillos. Oh, Christ. Well, that's a good game to show at the very end, clutching it. Oh, man. Like I said, Audie, I didn't talk about my personal experience in the tank, but that's what happens in Chunks. Damn. Woo. Not bad. MVP.
I'm really enjoying this tank.
Oh, man. See, that's why I brought him along. He knows that tank better than anything. I made 86,000 credits. How much did you make, Chunks?
Are we including premium?
I'm going to say non-premium in a minute, but that's me with premium.
With premium, 217,532 silver without 135,820.
Jesus.
No,
but that's
no silver boosters, by the way.
You see what I mean, audience? 135. The only reason I didn't do good, Chunks was being calm in the back. I'm just freaking out trying to make sure how we would handle that situation, and only it turns out God or something intervened and handled it itself. Fuck armadillos though. um,
Honestly.
so yeah, without premium, I would have made 49,000. But that's what I mean. Even if I did horrible. Like Chunks was on the top leaderboard. I'm at fourth place. I did horrible, but he did excellent. So this tank is really not bad. So let's go back to the garage and tell you and show our final verdict. So audience, final verdict. So Chunks, you know this tank pretty well, but I'm gonna ask you two parts of the review because here's why, audience. I want you to review it saying if you get the season pass or just getting the tank. I want you to do a review on just the tank too and the season pass ultimate. So let's start with the season pass ultimate. What do you think for the tank like this is worth with everything you get in the season pass?
It's not a bad deal whatsoever at all, first off, kind of. Because at the end of the day, you're basically paying for the tank itself, but even then it's at a discounted price. 7.
7 out of 10 for the season pass? Okay,
Yeah.
decent enough. Now, how about just the tank itself if someone didn't get the season pass and just got the tank itself?
And buying just the tank itself, buying it, I would rate it a 4.
Ooh.
Just
For,
buying it by itself.
I mean, it's your opinion. Do you want to explain why? For just going from a 7 to a 4?
Well, I don't understand. If you're buying it just by itself, right? It's like 14,320 by itself.
That is true.
If you get it with a season pass, it's 14,250. So it's legitimately cheaper, and you get more out of it.
Yeah, that is true, audience. I mean, hang on. If you want proof, I'll show you. Like, there's a season pass. There's the tank. See, it's like, well, then again, it's loaded, so it may go down in price, but at the same time, yeah, I get it. So, okay. So, my verdict. And this is going to confuse Chunk, but at the same time, how I explain myself, you will understand why, audience. Basically, okay, let's talk about the tank. The tank is amazing for sniping. I just did poorly, obviously, in that video, but Chunks just showed how you could do it with enough care and love, and he's used to that type of play style where I'm trying to, because every time I got done with the G.I. Joe, I took a break from tanks and try to play World Warships and other games because, you know, I like to play other games in real life, but Chunks did this, like, in War Thunder, and it's kind of the same play style with its gun, you know, depression and shit like that. But anyway, I'm getting off sidetrack. So for the Mega Bundle, the Ultimate Edition, getting this tank. So, you're probably saying, well, Fury, how do you rate that? Well, you get the tank, you get the commander, you get a premium skin for that tank. So, this is going to be hard for me to review it because this is not only a great tank, but it's a huge slap in the face that anyone who bought, and I'm going to say this right now, anyone who bought the T-72, this tank right here, audience, T-72, was it Ultra? I can't pronounce that in Soviet Union tongue.
Euro.
Okay, Euro, sorry. So, 72 Euro. If you bought this, and then you saw this, you got a huge slap across your face. Because it's basically almost the same identical tank, only slightly more, slightly more better penetration and pretty much of everything else. But however, it's just a slap in the face if you bought that. And it's just sad because it's basically the same thing. So if you like the tank and you have two of them, that's fine. But I just don't know. It just feels like someone who spent $60 on that tank alone and then just saw the tank come out for a season pass having more value than the $60 you bought for the tank is really sad. And if you want proof if it's $60, I'll show you real quick. It's not in the store, but I will show you how you get the T-72. You go to the store, you go to the market area, because, Wargaming doesn't show this on tanks or any forms. You have to literally go outside your range to go find this. You go to the store category to add-ons for game, and where is it? Boom, there it is. $56.99 plus tax. You're looking at almost a $70 tank. Yes, you get the unique skin for it, so you don't have to pay extra gold for it. But my point is this: when you look at this tank and you have it, basically you already know what this tank is like. Really, I mean, that's no coincidence. So even though it gives you all this shit, all that stuff, I'm sorry. If you own the T-72, I have to rate this a 6 out of 10. Now, don't get me fucking wrong, audience. I get it. It's an amazing tank. It is great. I had fun in it. I had fun with also the T-72. But my point is, if you bought this tank back in the day, then you fucked yourself because you just got this tank. And yes, you can get duplicates, but at the end of the day, you spend $60 on a tank that you may or may not like to spend it again on the season pass to get this tank. And yes, I should count that you're getting the skins, commander and all that. But for if you just have it, then I mean, this is just a big fuck you to us to Wargaming. I mean, when the season pass came out for the Hiss tank, it was a unique tank. You couldn't get it anywhere else besides, buying the tank or getting the Arctic Hiss. But my point is, they're not duplicate tanks of the same tanks. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, there are slight differences between the two. More penetration and stuff like that. But it's still the same tank at the end of the day. So I have to rate it that. Even though you could go higher with it like Chunks did or anything like that. But to me personally, that's someone who owned the T-72 and also other people that own the T-72, all you're looking at after that is the 25 boost, the commander, unique skin for the tank, and another tank that you basically already know and love that you play. Just slightly more better penetration. So I can't doubt people that do. But it just feels like Wargaming just slapped all of us across the face, whoever bought it. I mean, am I wrong, Chunks? I mean, I just want to see your opinion, too.
I mean, one thing, though, that you have to take into consideration between the T-72 Euro and the T-72-M1. So, the M in the T-72-M1 means modern. So, this was a upgraded T-72. I mean, at the end of the day, you're basically buying a T-72 Euro that has some slight differences.
Yeah, that's basically what I said. And it just feels like a slap in the face if, say, for example, Chunks, you spend $60 for the Euro, and then all of a sudden this comes out. That's even better. I mean, not better, but just better in pending. It's like, what the fuck? So, I rate it... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, it's really a slap in the face, because at the end of the day, right, you spend $10,000 for it. But yet, for $4,000 more, you get so much more.
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you love the tank, fine. If you like both of them and you're happy with two of them, that's fine. More power to you. But for all of us that wanted to see something different every time when we buy an Ultimate Pass, I'm sorry. I have to give it a 6 out of 10 for that. Now, for just the tank itself, I have to give it, just the tank itself, I have to go 4.9 out of 10. Literally. Because I know what you're all saying. How dare you? This tank is amazing and you give it such a bad rating? You have to consider this. It's a $60 tank. At that point, the one in the store I just showed you 5 minutes ago has more value. Because you get a skin for it for $60. Where you're just getting the tank after that. Which one has, you think, more value? The one with the unique skin that you don't have to pay or use any consumable skins, to one that just gives you it. It's literally, it's a no-brainer. I look at always value what I buy. Value. And I'm sick and tired of seeing tanks come out and just saying, here's a tank, $60. I'm sick of that. Because honestly, we should have more value. And matter of fact, like I said, getting the season pass this week, since we are going to, and just to let you know, audience, before anything else I say, just to let you know, we are going to review every tank that just comes out in the season pass. Yes, we're going to be looking at all these tanks that you get. And it's about damn fucking time Wargaming brought out so many goddamn tanks in the season pass. It's fucking stupid that they didn't do it in the last one. I mean, yes, we get G.I. Joe, but we only get 2 tanks in the season pass. If you get 3 if you bought this Ultimate. But here, we get like 6 tanks. And plus an Ultimate if you bought it, which would be 7. That's more better value Wargaming, and I want to see that more often now. So don't fuck with this Wargaming. My eyes are on you, buddy. And I'm watching you. Heavily. And I think we all are, too. Because this is like, we should see this more often now. Instead of just like, throwing just 2 tanks in a season pass for $10. And yes, you can come at me and attack me for $10 a season pass. But I will not let it go in my heart that we should have more in the season pass than shit until we get to 100. Like, I'm sorry, I have to say that. Because between World of Warships, World of Tanks, any season pass really, I want to see more value in it for my $10. Show me that you care, Wargaming, for an arcade game. I mean, what do you think, Chunks?
I mean, I completely agree with it. Like, let's kind of look at, Wargaming as a company here. World Warships. Only once did they put 2 boats in a season pass. On here, now, before it was, 3 if you bought the Ultimate? Well, now, if you buy the Ultimate, there is 8 vehicles.
Oh, 8? I thought it was 7. My bad, audience.
Well, because it's the General T-27, the T-55,
oh, yeah.
the Soviet one, the
yeah.
Panzer S-35, Panzer 38, and then T-72.
And if you don't have these tanks, it's perfect for beginners. For us veterans, yeah, we have them, but at the same time, we get a silver equivalency.
I'll still take the silver.
So, yeah, I was going to say,
I'll take the silver.
Exactly. But my point is, yeah, I want to see this more often, Wargaming. So, you're on the right track. Just don't fuck this up. So, thank you all so much. Chunks, thank you very much for being here to show the audience the power of this tank, because I can't easily do it by myself with this tank. I'm not used to this playstyle. So,
well, thank you for having me.
Yep. So, I will see you, comrades, in the next tank review, which will be very shortly. Bye, guys.